Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Tuesday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Um, Wanted to kind of change it up a little bit today and show 10 great debut albums. This is not top 10. These are some of my favorites for sure. Some that are well known, some maybe not talked about as much. But been thrashing around this idea in my head for a bit. I may do a continual series on this because I have a ton of debut albums, but these are 10 great ones that still stand up today. And I just thought it would be fun to show that. Take a bit of a break from my great bands you need to listen to series, which I'm having a blast doing, and I've got another band lined up to highlight, but just kind of a break in the action here. Also, thank you to everyone that has entered my contest so far. It seems to be a pretty successful contest. A lot of great entries, a lot of unique entries. People have really gone overboard to show their stuff, which I love. It's so nice to see that people are really getting involved with this. So please, everyone, enter my contest as I push to 1,000 subs. I'm thinking on 967, I believe, this morning. So just so close. And as I push to 1,000, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. Want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. It's because of you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your wonderful, wonderful comments that keep me going, keep me motivated to do this kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so, so much to everyone. And I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. So let's go off. Let's show some great debut albums here. This band is from Canada. Amazing, amazing band. None other than BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. From Winnipeg, Manitoba. Formed by the amazing Randy Bachman, former guitarist for the Guess Who, one of the founding members of the Guess Who as well, with amazing vocalist Fred Turner and bass player, very growly voice, unique voice. Randy's got the higher voice. He also sings. Amazing guitarist, of course. Then you got Robbie Bachman on drums, his brother, and Tim Bachman on guitar. Later on, Tim would leave the band, and Blair Thornton would take over the guitar roles. The band sold 30 million albums worldwide. They've got big hits like Taking Care of Business and Let It Ride and Hey You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. These guys are so good and hard and heavy. This is a great debut. Now, there's no true singles off of this one, but you do have cool hits like Give Me Your Money Please, Hold Back the Water, which is a great tune. One of my favorites off of this one. Blue Collar, really jazzy Blue Collar, and it just highlights the talent of Randy Bachman on guitar. Little Gandy Dancer, Stayed Awake All Night, hard and heavy track. Fred Turner just belts it out. Down and Out Man, Don't Get Yourself in Trouble. Again, probably the more I guess famous songs off this one. But again, another hard and heavy track. And Thank You for the Feeling. So yeah, great album. BTO debut album, 1973 release, and proud Canadian track, as our Canada Day is coming up this July 1st. So I may do a highlight on some great Canadian bands at that time, and probably BTO will be part of that as well. So next, this is still a sealed copy. I have another copy of this, but it's still sealed. This is the amazing Get the Knack. I haven't listened to this one in so long, but put it on the other day, and just still stands up today. From LA, of course, big hit, My Sharona, #1 international hit for sure. Great combination of power pop and new wave. Underrated guitarist, Burton Aviar. He's such an amazing guitarist. Vocalist and guitarist Doug Feger. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Bruce Gray on drums and Prescott Niles on bass. One of the most successful debuts at that era. 5 weeks at #1. Just remarkable stuff. And 1 million copies sold in less than 2 weeks. Imagine. You got My Sharona, Girls Don't, Let Me Out, Oh Tara, Frustrated. I love this debut album. I really do. And I'm going to keep this one sealed as I have the other copy. But yeah, there's the band there. And just great fun tracks. Power pop, new wave. Again, Burton Avier, again, an amazing guitarist. But what a great debut album this is. Get the Knack. Again, I haven't listened to it for a while, but I'm glad I revisited it. Speaking of great debut albums, from the supergroup Asia, self-titled Asia. What a debut album this is. Super successful. This is a Canadian pressing of this one as well. English supergroup formed way back in 1981. You got progressive rock and power pop and just straight ahead rock on this one. Classic lineup. John Wetton, who was with King Crimson on lead vocals and bass. Jeffrey Downs, who was with Yes on keyboards and vocals. Steve Howe, the amazing guitarist from Yes, again on guitars. And Carl Palmer, Emerson, Lake and Palmer fame, on drums. This one was released in 1982. One of the most successful debuts of that time. And Heat of the Moment, #1 hit for this one. And the album stayed on the charts for a year at #1. That's how successful this album was. You got Only Time Will Tell, Soul Survivor, Wildest Dreams. Just remarkable stuff. And of course, Heat of the Moment. So good. Such a great debut album. And happy to have it in my collection. It still stands up today. Still good. Of course, you got that power lineup, supergroup lineup for sure, as well as these guys. Now, this is the early stage of this band, so it's a little rawer, a little edgier. They would become super successful as the band grew and grew, but it's Cheap Trick. And this is their debut album. This is a library copy on the Epic label. But what a great debut album this is. Formed in 1973 by guitarist Rick Nielsen, an amazing guitarist. Bassist Tom Peterson, Robin Zander, guitar and lead vocals as well, and drummer Bon E. Carlos. It always stood on most of the albums that Tom Peterson, Robin Zander would be on the front cover, standing tall and looking good, and then Rick Nielsen and Bunny Carlos were on the back covers, looking kind of foolish and doing stupid things, but they just love to make fun of themselves. But yeah, this 1977 debut, such a great combination of power pop and hard rock. Oh Candy was the single off of this one. Again, raw, early stages of their career. They were forming, they were molding into bigger and better things. Yeah, you got El Kiddo. Some of the song titles on this one are pretty long, but Daddy Should Have Stayed in High School, Hot Love, just Taxman, Mr. Thief, Cry Cry. Yeah, great debut album, self-titled Cheap Trick. Next, another great debut album. This is the Black Crows. This is the 30th anniversary pressing of the Black Crows, Shake Your Money Maker. Super, super successful album by the Robinson brothers, Chris and Rich, sorry. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia band. 1990 release of this amazing, amazing album. No less than 5 singles off of this one. You got Jealous Again, Hard to Handle, Twice as Hard, She Talks to Angels, and Seeing Things. Sold over 5 million copies. And again, the 30th anniversary of this one. It sounds amazing. Again, Twice as Hard, Jealous Again, Sister Luck, Could I've Been So Blind, Seeing Things, Hard to Handle, Thick and Thin, She Talks to Angels, Struttin' Blues, Stare It Cold, and Mercy Sweet Moan. Just really, really good stuff. I love this album. So good. Again, still stands up today. Really good stuff. Next, one of my favorite bands that I've discovered later since collecting is Bebop Deluxe. This is the album Axe Victim. I love that cover. Bill Nilsson, such an amazing, amazing artist, singer, songwriter, vocalist. Yeah, it's so good. And the first 3 albums were named after guitars. So Axe Victim, this one here. Axe is a slang for a guitar. Then you got Futurama, which is a style of guitar. And then Sunburst Finish, which is the finish on a guitar. So that's kind of cool that they named their albums after guitar. So 1974 release, Axe Victim, progressive rock, blues, just straight ahead rock, and all mixed together to form this great album. Accused of kind of being Bowie sounding like, which isn't a bad thing at all. But they kind of poo-pooed that one. They didn't take note of it. But you got Love and Swift Arrows. Sorry. What's this one here? Love and Swift Arrows. You got Jet Silver and the Dolls of Venus, Third Floor Heaven, and just hit after hit after hit on this one. No Trains to Heaven, Darkness, just fantastic stuff. It's on the Harvest label, and yeah, what a great album, great find on this one as well. Axe Victim. 1974 release. Great debut by these guys. I've got most of their discography. They didn't put out a lot of albums, but yeah, I don't have any Bill Nilsson solo stuff, but I have to get that for sure. Next, again from Canada, the amazing progressive rock band Saga. If you're not familiar with Saga, which you should be, I would compare them to Asia, if you're looking at that type of comparison. These guys are from Oakville, Ontario, which is near Toronto. Combination of new wave, power pop, progressive rock. Great progressive rock for sure. Formed in 1977. And gold and platinum albums all worldwide, all over the place. Big hits on the Loose and Wind 'Em Up were the big hits for these guys. This is 1978 debut release, featuring Michael Sadler on keyboards and vocals, Ian Cretchen on guitar, Peter Rochon on keyboards and vocals, Jim Critchen on bass, and Steve Negus on drums. couple of singles off this one: How Long, Humble Stance, Perfectionist, Tired World. Just such a great album from a great band. I highlighted these guys a little while ago, and yeah, amazing stuff. One of my favorite bands, as well as my favorite debut albums. I listened to this one the other day, and it just blew me away. Still does. Every song is fantastic. Self-titled Dire Straits. This is audiophile copy on this one. Not that matters. I'm not a big audiophile collector. But the amazing Mark Knopfler on vocals, on lead and rhythm guitar. David Knopfler on rhythm guitar. John Isley on bass, and Pick Withers on drums. Just remarkable stuff. Super successful album, and super successful band from London, formed in '77. Combination of roots rock and blues, pub rock. Amazing picking style from Mark Knopfler. Doesn't use a pick, uses a finger style on his playing, which gives him that unique sound. Big hits, Sultans of Swing. And then he had hits like Romeo and Juliet, Money for Nothing, Walk of Life. This 1978 self-titled, again, one of my favorite debut albums ever. It's gritty and raw. Holds up today for sure. Down to the Waterline, Water of Love, Setting Me Up, Six Blade Knife, Southbound Again, Sultans of Swing, In the Gallery, Wild West End, and Lions. If you don't know this album, and I'm sure you do, it is fantastic. Fantastic stuff. So that's Dire Straits. Next, again, a great band. One of my later favorites, again, this is Angel. Great debut album. It's on the Casablanca label, if you recognize that label from a certain band. And Washington, D.C. glam rock band. So good. Known for the white satin outfits. Again, combination of progressive rock and hard rock. Formed in 1975, still going today. Discovered by Gene Simmons from Kiss, and signed under the Casablanca label, which is Kiss's label. They got a cult following. They just kind of slipped under the radars, being hitting that successful stride, but they got that cult following that still goes today. I follow them on Facebook, actually. 1975 release. You got Frank DiMano on lead vocals, Punky Meadows on guitar, Greg Guffrey, I believe that's how you pronounce that, on keyboards, Michael Jones on bass, and Barry Brandt on drums. You got Tower, Long Time, Rock and Rollers, Broken Dream, Mariner. Just fantastic stuff. An Angel. Great hard rock, glam rock band for sure. And I'm kind of saving the best for last. One of the greatest debut albums ever. Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix. The Experience. This is a fantastic album. This was sent to me by Aaron Mutha Alamar, one of my great friends on the BC, one of the most giving people in the BC as well. So thank you so much, Aaron, for that. But yeah, very short career Jimmy had, unfortunately, over 4 years. Famous for that gang of 27, drugs, alcohol, hard living. You wonder what would have happened if he was still around. But he influenced so many people. He blew people away. guitarists like Jeff Beck and Eric Clapton, and were just blown away by him. Stevie Ray Vaughan idolized him, plays and covers a lot of his tracks. Jimmy's still celebrated today, for sure. Fantastic debut, again, 1967 debut. Foxy Lady, Manic Depression, Red House Fire, Are You Experienced? And you got Noel Redding on bass and Mitch Mitchell on drums. Just a fantastic lineup, and fantastic album. Fantastic album. So there you have it, guys. There's 10 great debut albums. Some you've probably heard of, some you should hear, and a lot that you already know and love. So I decided to have some fun showing these things. And again, please enter my contest. Still going strong, and all the best. And I love you all. Take care. Bye now.